everyone, welcome back to Studioloo. It's Cindy. So I'm here with Thursday thrift haul, Thrifty Thursday, Thriftycanucks. You can find more info on those collaborations of thrifty goodness down below in my description box. So I went to, I think, 3 stores over the last 2 weeks because I didn't thrift last week, really, at least not before the Thursday, so I didn't have anything to share. I don't have a huge haul, it's kind of a diverse haul, but I'll just jump into it. So I started with a few books from my recycle center. So this is Birds of Europe, and it's a nice big book. It has a pretty cover, would be like a nice lap book type, book if you're making a journal out of it. But inside, it's like a giant field guide. It's got a few, I can tell you the date, hold on. I know for some folks that's important when they watch these videos, so let me just do that. So you see you get these nice big images. This is from Golden Book Press, 1969, Golden Pleasure Books Limited. So it's like a giant field guide. It's got lots of like good birds you could fussy cut, but then it's also got some nice scenes and like whole pages and things you could make into like, cards and things. So I thought it was a nice diverse kind of bird book. And if you've been here for a while, that I have a strange addiction to bird books. So it is what it is. But I haven't bought one in quite a while, actually. I made up for it, though. I think I have another bird book. But I want to show you these first. Look at these cool. Okay, so it doesn't look cool yet, but I promise you. New Era playing cards, concave sides, linen finish, whist size, standard playing card co. Chicago, made in the USA. So I didn't think much of this until I looked at the shape of the card, and I see the patent March 5th of 1929. So these are quite vintage, they're almost antique. Look at the shape of these, and they're gold and yellow, they're like Art Deco. But the other weird thing, and I don't know if this is, I guess the cards were like this or someone taped these on, I don't really know. Like on both ends, there's like, some kind of a little saying, happiness from an unexpected source, a change in the life of a true friend. It's almost like tarot. And I think it must have been on the card because it's got the little, like it has the same, like the 6 of spades. You will be invited to a party. Think before you accept. Do not talk too much. Listen, be very kind when you meet your newest friend. And they all have those. And then there's this. I haven't even opened this whole thing yet. Oh, it looks like someone did modify these. This is cool. So Table Point Auction Bridge. Is that 1 or 2 cards? 2. We have the Joker and this one. So this is like the instructions on the point system for Auction Bridge. And then this one has a hole punched in it. That's the different one. So yeah, marriage ahead. Great disappointment. Aren't those cool? I was so stoked to get them. They're probably the coolest cards that I've ever found. And I just love this shape. And I'm actually going to leave one out because I want to use one in my latest journal. That was also why I had to film this video, because I'm like, I can't use them until I until I get it filmed. So I could show these to you because they're just too cool. Go back in the box. There we go. Okay. Then I just found, this is kind of maybe boring, but they're just resume envelopes, and they're just a nice big envelope. I like using these, as a tip out, like a whole tip out that you can really play with and modify an envelope like that. You can also make a fun tall envelope journal with this set here. These are ivory. They're the ones that have cotton in them, the seal of cotton. So the paper is very high quality. I also got a bunch of resume paper too that went with them, but it didn't have its all of its stuff. Oh, it came with a guide to writing an effective resume. I didn't even realize. That's so funny. I don't need that. But this is the resume paper, and it's the same material as that. And then I found some other fun paper. This is St. John's Design Bond Arabesque Sepia. So I'll just get rid of the plastic so I don't blind you in the light. But look at that, isn't it kind of cool? It's like, it looks like cloth. And there's probably like 15 sheets there, I'm guessing. And I will also use the backing for spine liner. It's perfect for that. And I'll also need to keep it here because the one that I was using, I used up today. So then I got this stack of pretty darn industrial, like, you know, folder tabs. These are single. They're not like a folded folder. They have this, and I feel very much like I'm super inspired to make some kind of an industrial feeling, you know, like laundry cart or rustic kind of office, you know, journals. Like I've just, these have like very heavy duty metal tabs on them, and they're, you know, punctured on here, and like they're made in Canada. They're pretty heavy. So yeah, this has me inspired. Let me just put this down because they're so heavy. Okay, then I found a cute kids book, Witches 4 by Mark Brown of Arthur fame rather, and it's a really cute book, and I thought it would be so fun around Halloween to do something fun with this. I love the illustrations. I also love Mark Brown. He's so fun. Arthur the cartoon is like seriously the greatest thing ever. I don't know, like, have you ever been sick? Like you just have a really bad cold? Seriously, curl up on the couch, turn on Arthur on like YouTube, PBS TVO Kids, they have it, and it's just the comfiest thing to watch, I promise. If you're sick or your kids are sick, do it. Then I found this book, Mouse Guard and the Black Axe, and it's really cool. It's like a little kind of graphic novel, but I got it because I love crows and magpies, and I can never not buy something with a crow and a magpie. I also love this. Caca, caca. It's so great. And it made me think about my friend Shell at Shell's Creative Chaos, because I know she's planning to do a crow journal. But yeah, that's another little book to keep an eye out for. And then I found, you guessed it, a bird book. But this is actually a little more. It's really cool. The Encyclopedia of Vanished Species. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, this. I found this torn. This is from a book called like Woolly Foot or something. And I saw the page. It was just the page that was left. And this is literally my favorite page from the book. And someone had torn it out. And it was just like loosely on the floor near the cash register when I was paying. And I picked it up and I said, do you mind if I take this book page? It's a recycle center. And she's like, no, go ahead. So yeah, I got it. It was so good. So this book is by David Day. And it's from 1981. Oh, look at this. This is cool. For my daughter, Taro. His daughter's name is Taro. That's cool. And there's I guess, like, His Royal Majesty, the Duke of Edinburgh, wrote the foreword from Buckingham Palace. I'm not like a big Royals fan, so even though I'm Canadian, I know, but I'm just not. So we have all these interesting pictures of birds. Look at that pigeon. I love the illustration. It's like watercolory, beautiful. It's going to make me want to watercolor pigeons. So yeah, it's got lots of nice images. It's not just birds, by the way. It's mammals too. Look at that. The eastern elk. Schomburgk's deer. So yeah, these are all like, you know, animals that are on the edge of or in extinction. Mexican silver grizzly, Ursus. Just beautiful, beautiful art. Okay, so that is what I got from the recycle center. I'll just move it out of the way and I'll grab the bag of other stuff here. So today I went to two stores. Excuse me. The first one is a Mission thrift store. And this dress Okay, so this is the back. It has an A on the zipper. I don't know what label this may or may not be, but it's definitely vintage. And the front looks like this. And the entire dress is made of this lace. Hold on. And then the bottom has this. And it has like a silk inner lining. And it has got the gnarliest binding here. So I bought this for a couple reasons. The first and most important reason is to save the women of the world from ever having to put such an uncomfortable garment on their body, because girl, this, no way. Ugh, horrible, horrible feel. You should feel this. It feels so horrible. It's like that metallic, you know, that horrible metallic thread. It's like if someone crocheted you a like floor length gown out of it and then stuck silk on the inside roughly and stitched it together. It's a nightmare, to be honest. But that being said, it's so perfect for paper craft, right? For art. So my plan one day when I'm more bored than I ever should be is to just cut all these apart. And I'll have all these little, like, they could be stars, they could be a little sun. I can keep some of them together if I want to, but I love this lace. And like, it doesn't feel bad on your hands or anything, but you put that against some more gentle part of your body and you're going to be like misery. So this is for you women of the, you know, 70s and before who had to smother yourselves in all that polyester. I am here for you. So then I got this. This was $1.50 and it's a pack of Stampin' Up! Sweet Pea Designer Series Super Stack. So let's see what's in here. It wasn't even open, so I couldn't tell. But I was like, it's paper and it's Stampin' Up! So it's got to be okay, right? It's double-sided. Yes, that's awesome. And yeah, it's, oh, I like the clouds. Oh, and there's little birds. That's cute. Butterflies. And for me, I always live by the feeling that even if a paper is like ugly, I would probably not use it for something. It's got like a sports pattern or something kind of too whimsy. Like this is a little too whimsy for me. It doesn't matter because I can jelly print these and they're wonderful. And usually at least one side is perfect. Okay. And then I got this book. The English Countryside Needlepoint, a treasury of over 50 original designs. So they had a whole bunch of needlepoint books today. There was a Beatrix Potter one that I passed up. I was like, but you know what? I don't need a million of them. 1988 by Stafford Whitaker, or Whiteacre. So this one I specifically picked because it's got a lot of nice patterns and some of them are double-sided, which is also nice to make things like envelopes when you have two sides. I did a video during Mass Make March, I think, or maybe it was one of Roxy's weekly, where I made these like folding kind of document holders, and this is the kind of book that I used for the outside because both sides are nice. And it also has like some fun things you could fussy cut too. You know, that would make a nice belly band. These kind of books are often just really nice. Like you could fussy cut that. And like I always look for things that are nicely defined so that it's not so pixelated that when you look at it, you're not sure what you're looking at. Like I can see that's a bird. Because some of them, they can be a little harder to follow. And some of them are just chock full of like project pictures that aren't really that great. But this one's got a nice mix. It's got a bit of nice art in it too, like inspiration. There was a Victorian one. There was a couple others. But this is the one that I felt like, yeah, I'll use. Because I've been feeling a lot of countryside kind of vibes lately. Okay. Then I got some packs of doilies because I like to avocado dye these and that kind of thing. So these are some nice ones. These are some nice ones too. I like how you can fold these in pages. And then I got some smaller ones. This is like a couple of different ones. Okay, and then we got a few children's books. So this one I've had before, Kitty's Summer Holiday, and I bought it because I will buy it every single time I see it. I absolutely adore the illustrations, and I've made some really beautiful ephemera from these images, and they're just brilliantly like illustrated. Also, I love the inside covers. This is my favorite image here of them with the ducks, and this one of the cat hanging there in the tree and the little robins kind of giggling at her. So this is from Leader Publishers Limited of Brighton. I don't know what date. I see it was gifted in 1982. It's printed in Italy. I'm guessing it's probably a late 70s, early 80s book. It's so cute though. I really like it. And then this is Maggie and the Lake Minder. And it's got a frog. And I was like, oh, it's a frog. I love frogs. Frogs and toads. So it's got a nice illustration style to it. I have to read it still. It's from Annick Press of Toronto. And again, we don't have a date in this one either. Sheesh. It's probably from, I'd say, the 80s or 90s. Maybe early 2000s. But yeah, it looks like it's a really sweet book. And one nice thing about it is all of the text is on one side of the book, which often makes it easy if I want to make like a storybook style journal. It's one of my kind of signatures that I like to do from time to time. Oh, here we go. It's 1991. So yeah, 90s. Okay, then I got this book. Let me get rid of this sticker. I actually got it for $1. It was on the half price shelf, so although it says $2, I only paid $1, which is good because I wouldn't have paid $2. Breakfast Club Family Album. I bought this 100% for the cover. Look how cool that is. I even thought it'd be cool if I didn't want to make a journal in this format. I could make one and I could put a spine here. Although the more I look at this, I feel like how fun would it be to make a journal in that format? You know, because oftentimes I get these big, huge books and probably I could use half of the page, like, you know, in the journal. So yeah, I'm going to think about what to do with this. I don't know what this is about. I don't know who the Breakfast Club is here. It's a copyright 1942, Don McNeil, Chicago. America Arise, the Breakfast Club is in the air. So this looks like maybe an early radio show or something like that. Like some kind of an early media. Your Toastmaster. So aren't the Toastmasters, isn't that something like the Elks or something? Isn't there kind of a club called that? I don't know. It might be religious even. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but it's like little verses, music, I guess. This was probably like a radio show or a choir or something like that. But yeah, I just really thought it was a cute cover. And then I got 2 books for reading, and they look really great. So this one I've been wanting to read for a while. I'm a huge fan of Bill Bryson, A Walk in the Woods, Rediscovering America on the Appalachian Trail. So this is totally what I have been consuming reading-wise lately. I'm reading like a botany book right now, but like I've just been reading a lot of like woods, like I forget, I'm reading a book on Libby right now that's called like The Greenwood or something. And then this book, I hate these stickers. This is Oh Bittersweet, Life Lessons from Obituaries by Tamara McPherson Vikusik. And it's so funny. It's like, to all the people who pour their hearts into writing a life story, and especially, oh, we have a tiny little spider in here. And especially to those who wrote the obituaries that live on in this book, thank you for sharing your loved ones with us. For my Métis grandmothers who passed down through stories the stuff that really matters, names and dates prescribed by European husbands are etched on paper, but the metal and grit of these women live on inside me. So it's sort of like she talks about why did she write this book. She likes to spend Saturday morning with a coffee in one hand and the obituaries in the other. So she scans reading the obituaries. So her book is, I think, about an obituary, and then she writes like an essay about either how it made her feel, or she does some research on the person or something. But I just love the premise that it's like she's writing about obituaries. That's just cool because, you know, there's a lot of cool history. I'm a big like graveyard history, like gravestones, all those kind, like all of the history and lore around these kind of things I find fascinating. Death is a huge part of life, right? It's the only thing that we know for sure. So I'm really fascinated by writing like that. Hold on. I saw the funniest, oh my gosh, maybe I can show you the picture on my phone. Let me see if I can pull it up. I will post it maybe. I won't post it. I'll just try to show it to you here. So I got a stamp. They had a whole bunch of super ugly tacky stamps for like baby stuff, I'm guessing. And I took a picture of one because it was so funny. And I'll see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay. It was $4. I would never have bought it, but let me just see if I can show you in the camera. So this is the stamp. Do you see this? I know the glare's weird. It's a baby and his shirt says poop happens. And it was $4 and I was like, oh my god, that's great. So anyways, I found this little stamp that I thought was so cute. I don't often buy a lot of woodblock stamps these days because I have a rule. I have a little shelf, like a little cubey shelf that has all my woodblock stamps in it, and I'm not allowed to buy more than what will fit in it. And it's getting, I'd say it's more than half full. So this is Homemade by, and I just thought it's so cute. It's from 1990, 5-star stamps of Southern Pines, North Carolina. And I just like it, and I thought it would be really nice for when I do canning. I can make my own little labels because it's not handmade, it's homemade. Okay, so then I found 2 old books. The Radiant Tree. Now I have another beautiful tree book that I have a lot of. I have a real love for trees. You probably know that if you've been here for a while. I think that the fly page is stuck to the front page. There's like a pattern I can see in there. Do you see that? Maybe we'll see it at the back. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I'm guessing they're stuck together. Anyways, I want to make some like more tree-centric kind of journals or some kind of a story around trees and use a lot of tree ephemera. But this is nice. So Temple Bailey is the author. I love the name Temple. I always think about that when I think of Temple Grandin. I just love that name. So she's written a lot of books, I guess. He or she, I don't know if this was, what, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The Radiant Tree. I guess we don't have a date, but I imagine it is early 1900s, probably 1910-ish. It's got a few little illustrations by the looks of it. It's got that really nice cottony paper inside that like you just, it's really nice to work with. It's got a few little drawings. Then this one, Prue and I. Another lovely name, Prue, and it's got this really pretty spine, and it's just so delicate. It's very worn, but it's beautiful. Florence Harrison Carnarvon. I love how people would write their names in their books. Titbottom's Spectacles. There you go. I don't have a date, but I think this probably is late 1800s would be my guess. Possibly very early 1900s. I love old poetry like this. Farewell, dear flowers, sweetly your time ye spent, fit while ye lived for smell or ornament, and after death for cures, I follow straight without complaints or grief, since if my scent be good, I care not if it be as short as yours. So yeah, fun books. So let's set those aside. Okay, that was the mission haul. And then I stopped by, the last store is St. Vincent de Paul, and they had linens and clothing on sale for 25% off. Oh, and I got some baby oil. Why? Because I didn't buy that at the thrift store. I bought that at the pharmacy. I bought it to try to rehydrate an old jelly plate. Okay, and I found this feather. It's so pretty. I think it's a hawk feather. I found it in the graveyard when I was walking today. I sound like Edgar Allan Poe's daughter right now or something, but I did. Okay, so this is this was not $5. It was, what did I say, 25% off, so not too bad. And I think it's worth $5 regardless. I would have paid it because I love these old linens so much. These are my favorite kind of cross stitch or needlepoint. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it's got such a nice shape to it. I love putting these on book covers. I've been hoarding them too. I hoard them, I won't lie. These particularly elegant ones. So there's 2. Are they all the same? Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, and then there's these little ones. So cute. So there's 4 of these, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 of the large and 4 of the small. That was absolutely worth the $5, but I think it was like $3.75. Then this one was, I guess like $1.75 or something. It was also 25% off, and it is napkins, and they're really cute. They're just a simple little floral little doodad in the one side. And there's 4 of those, and they're blue line linen. They're very nice. Then books. I got just a couple books and something else. So Between Friends, Lynn Gerard. This is, I believe, a journal, or not a journal. Sorry, like a devotional, I guess. So, oh geez, MCMXCIV. Oh, it's gonna get me. MCM is 1900. 10. What's C? I don't know what C is, guys. IV. That's not good. I still forget how to do Roman numerals. This is so bad. I have to figure out what C is. Is it night? No. Because MCM is 1900, L is 50, X is 10, V is 5, and I is 1. What the heck is C? Somebody save me from myself. Okay, anyways, if you know the date, then you know something I don't know because I'm terribly forgetful. I learned them in high school, I should know this. I don't. But look at the text, isn't it beautiful? It's just, and look at these paintings. Okay, the paper, hard to show you, but it's like really thick watercolor paper. It's really pretty. And it's got birds and verses, and it's just a beautiful book. Some botanicals, mushrooms, which is why I picked it up. That was the first page that I opened. Loons, just everything happy and good. Maple seeds, completely up my alley. Okay, then I found a little cigar box that was $3, and I got it because I want to put it on the cover of a book and put a secret inside or something. I want to do something fun with it. And it's got a really cute little clasp on it. There were about 5 of these, but I liked this one the most because it had the most interesting clasp. And so it does open on up. It doesn't smell, thankfully. Sometimes they can have a real smell to them. This one doesn't. And yeah, it's really cute. I'll probably do some kind of a decoupage or some painting or something on it. But yeah, it's cute. Cuba, no date. And then I found a coloring book, like an adult coloring book, The Time Garden, A Magical Journey in Coloring Book by Daria Song. And I do love getting these books sometimes. I don't buy so many coloring books nowadays because I do have several, but this one I don't have, and it's got really, really beautiful images. Just gorgeous. Coloring book art is a really nice medium to play with in journals. So yeah, so cute. So I think, yep, looking around, not seeing anything else. So that's my thrift haul for today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope that you're having a good day. And as I always tell you, I hope the thrifting fairies are with you. Take care. Bye for now.